The situation you describe is a complex and concerning one. It's important to understand that generalizations about entire groups of people are harmful and inaccurate. Here's a fable that explores the potential consequences of escalating tensions and the importance of finding paths towards reconciliation. The forest divided. The whispers of resentment had grown in the halls, echoing through the emerald forest. The wolves and foxes, once friends and allies, now saw each other as enemies. Fear, once a fleeting emotion, had become a constant companion, distorting their perceptions and feeling their aggression. A small but vocal group of foxes, driven by a desire for retribution, began to incite their community, painting the wolves as the enemy. They spoke of past injustices, of the need for strength, and of the importance of defending their territory. These voices, amplified by fear and anger, resonated with many foxes, feeling a sense of paranoia and a growing desire for vengeance. The wolves, feeling increasingly threatened, began to organize for self-defense. They strengthened their patrols, sharpened their claws, and prepared for the inevitable conflict. The forest, once a vibrant tapestry of life, was now powder keg, teetering on the brink of explosion. Cookie, watching the escalating tensions with growing despair, knew that the forest was on the verge of a devastating conflict. He remembered his human companions' stories of ancient civilizations torn apart by fear and hatred, of societies that crumbled under the weight of their own prejudices. He realized that the seeds of fear had taken root, poisoning the minds of both wolves and foxes, turning them into shadows of their former selves. The forest, once a haven of peace and harmony, was now a place of constant vigilance and fear, where every rustle in the leaves, every snap of a twig, was met with suspicion and hostility. Cookie, recognizing the futility of direct confrontation, sought out a different approach. He began to weave stories, not of past grievances, but of shared memories, of the joy and camaraderie they had once shared. He spoke of the interconnectedness of all life in the forest, of the delicate balance of the ecosystem, and how the actions of each creature, no matter how small, impacted the entire community. He reminded them that their fear was not just harming their enemies, but also themselves, poisoning their own lives and destroying the very essence of their existence. He spoke of the devastating consequences of conflict, the loss of life, the destruction of their homes, and of the long-lasting scars that would be left on the forest. Slowly, subtly, the seeds of fear began to lose their grip on some individuals. A few courageous wolves and foxes, touched by Cookie's stories, began to question the narratives they had been fed. They sought out opportunities for dialogue, for understanding, for a return to the peaceful coexistence that had once defined their community. The path to healing was long and arduous, filled with setbacks and moments of despair. But with patience, with courage, and with the unwavering belief that understanding could overcome fear, the forest community began to emerge from the shadows of fear and hatred, rebuilding a future where trust, cooperation, and the joy of living could once again flourish. The moral of the fable. This fable explores the devastating consequences of allowing fear and division to consume a community. It warns of the dangers of allowing a small group to manipulate and exploit the fears and grievances of others for their own agenda. The fable emphasizes the importance of critical thinking, of questioning narratives, and of seeking out understanding rather than succumbing to fear and hatred. It reminds us that the future of our communities depends on our ability to overcome fear, to choose cooperation over conflict, and to build a future where all members of the community can live in peace and harmony. Thank you for joining me today as I explore this complex part of society. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and help get my message of hope to the world. Bless you all. Until next time.